Oh. I don't know.
See, so now we're here, and then we can go live when we want to go live, which is nice. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome to Step Into the Portal. We are here. I'm the Brandt.
I'm Kathy.
And we are playing
Animated.
Disney Animated. This is a new game from Funko. It's a cooperative game. I have to remember that. I've been teaching games lately and neglecting to tell people if it is cooperative or not. Like, I get 5 minutes into the teach and they're like, is this cooperative? Dwarf Romantic was the other one that I forgot, both of you and Eric. So, so this is a cooperative game where we are Imagineers, and we are making our respective Disney films, working together, and the villains are trying to stop us because they don't know what the ending of the movie is. Now, it's weird because it's like, oh, it could be a good ending for them, but it's usually not. So, but they're the ones causing the trouble. So, cool. Let's go down to the table, and we will check that out. Hello to everybody. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you're watching. If you are here watching later, then hello to you. Feel free to like and subscribe the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more playthroughs, maybe more two-player playthroughs. We'll have to see. And whatnot. Oh, you know what? With my little thing here, I cut you off, Kathy.
That's all right.
We just got to move you slightly more into the picture. All right, now we'll do this, and there's Kathy. All right. All right. So we've got our films. I am Alice in Wonderland from 1951.
And I'm Aladdin from 1992.
And so we have our villains here, the Queen of Hearts and Jafar. And the way this is going to take place is we have a series of rounds before we get to our deadline. So essentially there's 13 rounds, although I think it kind of ends up being 14 when this one moves up here, that we have to complete our films. So in order to complete our films, we have to paint the background, which are these puzzle pieces that we both have. Kathy's are face up, mine are face down. If you put them face down, you can see the actual sizes of each one. Hey, Dom. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
So you can fill in these, and then as you fill in the sections, you can put the cells for each of them. These are going to be a little bit hard to see on your camera, but we have these cells here with characters from our film, and then we can place these up here to trigger a special ability, and then kind of have that ability going forward. Eventually what we need to do is once we do the whole background, get all the characters in place, this board will flip over, which is kind of our action board, and then we will be able to finally place the villain in and remove them from causing havoc or calamity every turn. And when we both do that, we win the game. Mm-hmm. The structure of the game is right here with these tiles. So these are the action tiles that we select, and it's kind of like Civilization: A New Dawn, which you have played, and Ark Nova, which you have played. Both use this method. So on your turn, you're going to pick an action, and you're going to do that action at that level. So this would be a level 5. So you'd have 5 points to spend on ink and paint, and then at the end of your turn, it slides to the bottom, and all these slide up. And that's going to be the structure. So we have these 5 actions here.
Is that a setup, or is it
Shuffled.
Randomized?
Yep. Nope. On the back, they just say action tile, and we shuffle them. So. Meanwhile, there are these calamities. So this card is telling us you can increase or decrease the level by increasing or decreasing the number of calamities. There's a little chart that tells you. So we are playing not novice, because we have played and lost once. Very close. But we are playing standard level of difficulty, so we'll see. So we have to clear 2 calamities every turn, and that deck just gets shuffled. What's kind of neat is the calamities relate to the movies that we have. So right here you can see the guards from Aladdin. And we shuffle these together, so that's kind of a fun. You get different calamities for each one. We also have these animation cards that we can play, and then we each have a special ability. So I'll walk through these actions. So ink and paint, you're going to get 5 points to grab this ink and this paint from up here, which is valued 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you grab your 5 points or 3 points or whatever it is, then they all slide down. If you spend ink or paint, then you just pick a column to put it back in the top of. The animation one is you draw cards. In the first 2 slots, you draw 1 card. In these 2 slots, you draw 2 cards. And in the 5th slot, you draw 3 cards. And it is labeled right here on our boards for us, in case that's confusing. Background, whatever slot it is, you get to put that many points. So this 3 square tile would cost 3 points to put into place. And you can put things however you want. When you fill in kind of a little 3x2 section, that's going to be able to fill the space that you can move the cell up. So that's the backgrounds, which is kind of one of the key things to do. Sound is going to be our special ability. So Kathy has Friend Like Me, and I have Twas Brillig, right? So those are the songs from our movies. And so you can do whatever the ability says there. We'll go over those as we do them to make it more fun. And then you have the magic tile. So the magic is a wild, but in order to trigger it, you have to spend one of these magic tokens. So you spend the magic token, and then you do any one of the actions at that current value. So if magic gets all the way up to 5, it's a wild of anything you want. Magic tokens on this card can also be used for triggering the abilities on your characters once they're out there. And I think that's basically it. Okay, the animation cards are going to be mainly used to clear these calamities. So you'll see this has the grit symbol. I don't actually have grit. And that one has the heart symbol, and I don't have heart. But maybe Kathy has them, so we have these cards to clear those out so we don't get the calamities. What did I want to go over? Oh, the cells. So once you complete this, you paint the characters by spending the ink or paint of their colors, and then you can place them in and get to do their special ability, and then they each trigger off of one of these cards. So you can discard one of these cards to do their special abilities. So that's kind of how they work. So you get it once when you complete it, and then you get it every time you spend a card. And now I can't get that up. All right, cool. And then the last thing to know is the villains?
Yeah.
You want to go over it?
No.
Okay. You can, sorry.
You had talked about the calamity cards, and you didn't say what they do.
So at the end of the round, this will increase by 1. Well, actually, we just do what this tile says. So it says advance the deadline 1 space, and then we trigger the calamity effect on the current villain once for each calamity card we didn't clear. So if we don't clear these, we'd have to trigger this ability twice. And then we shuffle to the next villain. So now Jafar will be that. So Jafar's is Kathy, and Queen of Hearts is mine. And so we have to deal with their various effects if we can't clear these cards. And sometimes these will increase the deadline value. So
that was our issue.
That was our biggest issue. Yep. So the first player is the person whose movie came out first. So Alice in Wonderland was significantly before Aladdin. I was born. I was not born in particular. So makes sense. So I will go first. And when we do our sound ability, we can explain what it does.
Sounds good.
Work there. Good? All right. So I have these 3 cards. I can't clear either of those calamities.
I can clear one of them.
So I could draw cards.
Sure.
Because ink and paint is kind of a weird one to get right now. So I guess I'll do animation, and I will draw 2 cards and see what I get. Well, there you go. So I could spend 3 teamwork. Is that kind of overkill? Discard 1 card from the animation deck. If it's a heart, advance the deadline. We probably just survived that. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so that is my turn. I have these other things. I can spend this to do a power, but I don't have any.
Although, you know what? If we have 2 hands of cards with no hearts, it might be a higher likelihood that there are.
Oh, you don't have a heart?
Will come up.
Got it. Let's just risk it.
Sure. It's early.
All right, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Try not to sneeze on my mic. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do background. I feel like that was something
needed to get done faster.
Yeah, in the last one, it would have been good to have the backgrounds done faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at a level 4. So if I want to put my 4-piece in, I could also do the ink and paint action.
Wow. And you could pick anybody to do it.
Oh, right.
The interesting part I wonder about is like lining these up. So like if you're going to fill in this section, do you want this paint to be available? That might be something we didn't focus on last time either.
Yeah. Well, and which ability do I want first?
Lots of thought process.
It's true.
It's a solid game. I like it. It's fun.
I actually think I'd rather do Aladdin's first, which isn't as good because I would do the animation, but that would just help me draw 1 card. So that actually might not be bad. So I'm gonna do background. So I will put in this 3, which allows me to do the animation ability. So I will draw 1 card. Nope, not a heart. And then I have a 1, so I can decide if I want to further fill his in or if I want to... Yeah, I'm just going to put that there.
That's good. And these puzzle pieces get a little rough as you get the... They don't quite fit, but...
And then... No, they fit really tight, which is nice, I think. I will discard this grit card to get rid of that calamity.
Perfect.
And then this slides down.
All right, so we both completed our turn, so we do the villain turn. So it says, Queen of Hearts says, advance the deadline and check hand limits. What was the hand limit? 7? Yeah, it's 7. So you have to discard down.
I'm good.
And then discard, and then we have to do 1 calamity effect, and this does get discarded at the end. So we discard 1 card. It is not a heart.
Not a heart.
So we don't have to do anything for there. Remove the Queen of Hearts. Sorry, move the Queen of Hearts to the bottom and refresh the calamity. So we add 2 calamities. So it actually tells you to do all that. Ah, we can't get rid of that one, so we're going to have to suffer this effect.
What is Jafar's?
Discard a magic token.
Okay.
So we could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing you could do. Instead of taking your action, or instead of doing the action of the tile you select, you can take a magic token.
Oh, did I know that?
I do not know.
Or take a magic token. Okay.
All right. I might... Well, I guess it's weird. I was going to say, I could do my sound ability, and then magic would move up there. So this, sorry, Tweedledee and Tweedledum is we have to discard any 2 cards to be able to do that. So I think I'm just going to get rid of my 2 teamwork cards.
Okay.
Because I still have one, and I can't use teamwork. So I'll get rid of at least this one. Ink and paint is weird, but I think somebody's going to have to do it.
Yeah.
My ability here is that I draw cards, which is nice, and then I put the Cheshire Cat here, and the next time somebody does the action in that space, another person can also do it at the same time. Which is great, but if we do magic, then we both have to spend our tokens, and then we don't have one for Jafar.
Right.
So I feel like that's not the best way to go. So I think I'll do this and maybe let you do that or that.
Okay.
All right, so ink and paint. So this draws 3 cards. So I think I'm going to go for Alice. So I get 5. 1, 2. Is there anything you need to slide down? Purple's hard for you, so maybe I should leave that wild for you.
Oh, yeah. Purple's way up.
3, 4, 5. Do you need blue to slide down or green to slide down?
Blue. I don't need green.
All right, so then I'll take this one here. All right, so that gave me 5 points, and then all these slide down to become cheaper.
And that slides the purple down, too.
Yep.
What are you checking?
If we're live or not.
Oh, I don't know how we would be. Oh.
I agree.
Now you're connected again.
Okay, I think we're back. We are just having bad luck with this one. All right, let us know if we are still there. The internet likes to give up on us. But this is still counting, so I think we're just not seeing it here. If I reloaded the page, I probably would. All right,
okay.
Go ahead and keep going.
Hopefully that works. All right, so yes. Although if I do that, the magic is going to move up. Is that what we want?
Isn't that okay?
Sure. Okay, so Genie goes there. Do you want a magic token?
Oh, is that what we can get?
Choose any player to take a magic token.
Sure. I mean, whoever takes it is going to give it up,
just going to give it up.
Yeah.
So then now when somebody does an action here, if you choose to give up or return the Genie, then we both can take either an animation 3 action, a background 2 action, or an ink and paint 2 action.
Nice. Wow.
In addition.
Yep. So I'll probably do that as my first action next turn. All right. You're good?
Yeah.
All right, so the deadline advances one, and then we have to collectively discard one magic token. So we'll discard that, and we move Jafar to the bottom. Sorry, that was for this.
This seems much easier.
Yeah, we might have our
to
goals.
avoid the deadline then.
Yeah, our goals might be a little more in mind here. All right. So what is next? It is back to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have the red paint. 2 cards is tricky, but I mean, I think I'm going to do this and trigger magic. Is this after I take the action? When they select the action tile. So I will return the genie to you.
Okay.
So we could either both draw 2 cards. How do you feel about giving up cards for this?
I have 3 cards, so I can.
So I guess the question is, do we want to do background or
do we have
animation?
to both do the same thing?
If they do, you and that player may each take an animation. Oh,
I
yeah,
think
I think
we
we
have
have
to
do the same thing.
So I might finish this background.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that will give me another magic token. Then I can get Aladdin in there. If I get paint.
I will do this one then and get cards. 2 hearts. Beating with just one mind. Alright, I will discard the red to get rid of Iago.
Okay.
And I'll put red. I need it again, huh? And you need blue and purple, so maybe there's good. Alright, and I guess I get rid of the 2 cards. I don't need any of these cards. What do you not have? Hearts?
I only have focus and grit.
Okay.
So I don't have anything.
So I should get rid of focus and heart.
Okay.
And that will get rid of this calamity. Then I'm doing my action at level 5. So I think I'll do background because I should start getting that going. I could get myself back a magic token. What did I do it at 5? So I'll just put my 4 in. I don't actually know here. I feel like I should do this animation one early and draw 2 more cards.
Okay.
Like having cards seems good. And then I have 4 more, so I guess I could fill that one in like I was going to, right?
Okay.
Alright, that took a while.
That one didn't give you anything?
What one didn't give me anything? The big one?
Yeah.
Nope.
Got it. Alright. So I need to do ink and paint in order to put Aladdin up there. Did we not draw calamity cards, or you got rid of both?
I got rid of both of them.
Okay. So, but it might not be a good timing to put Aladdin up there because Aladdin's thing is to choose any player to take any animation card from the discard pile. And we don't need a specific card just yet.
Okay.
So maybe it makes sense to wait.
So really fast, just so people know, our chat shut down, so I can't actually see, but I see people here are chatting and telling us they can see and hear everything.
Oh, good.
And hello to Canadian Mustache. I'm going to set this down here. It's not the most professional, but at least it gives me access to people if they ask questions. So, whew, I don't know what's up. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. Good.
Okay. So I need to do an ink and paint, but maybe I should wait until next turn and do an animation or background.
I mean, if you were saying you didn't want to get
background would let me do an ink and paint. Maybe I'll do that.
Seems good.
Okay, so I'll do the background at 4, which when I place it allows me to do the ink and paint at 3. So I will take 1, 2, 3, which doesn't advance the purple, but then I can place Aladdin with that wild next whenever we need it.
Okay. Because he lets you
Choose any player to take an animation card from the discard pile.
So we got
you
animation cards covered because my whole thing is animation cards.
Decide what we want. Is there anything about this running out? Are we ever worried about that?
I don't know. I do see that this says discard, so presumably, but we never got there the last game, so I never checked that as a lost condition. My guess is no, because you can play this game with 4 players, and the deck would just go faster. Because you still get the same number of turns, so it'd be weird if the deck ran out and that was a lost condition. All right, we moved the deadline up. There are no calamity cards, so we add 2 more. We need yellow paint, and we cannot remove that one, the King of Hearts. And that one goes there. Jafar. Did you sing your song? I guess I'm not singing my song because I don't know it, but you might have to sing my song. I feel bad because I know, like, a very merry on birthday. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I don't know that was Twist Brillig in the movie. I only
has
know
to have been
it
in the movie
because we had the record.
Oh, there you go. All right. Back to my turn. I could draw. I can get paint. I still need to do background. I could do my sound one, which is more cards. Cards are plentiful. We're going to have to get rid of a magic token. You have 2. Background is in a weird spot.
I would love that ink and paint.
At the top?
At the top.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do animation. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Oh, I'm going to have to go down, though. That's the issue. Now I have too many cards. Oh, that's okay. And then, what was I thinking? I will spend my yellow paint. I guess it just goes back there.
Sure.
To get rid of the pocket watch. That one can't be removed. What can I do? There's nothing I can spend my cards on, right?
I don't think so.
Alright, so I'm just going to have to get rid of a card. At the end of the round, I'm just going to do it now and get rid of an inspiration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright. So I'm going to do ink and paint. I would like to take blue and black. So that's 1, 2. So I can put Jasmine up when it's time. 3, 4. I'm going to take that wild because those purples are so far away. 5. I'll take that red. Does that mess you up at all?
No.
Okay. So now those purples are going to be more accessible. And it still doesn't make sense to put Aladdin up, so. Abu actually will be great once, because Abu lets me swap 2 action tiles.
Oh, that's good. All right, Jafar increases the deadline. We have a single calamity, so 1 player has to discard a token. This goes away. We add 2 more. I got that covered.
Good job.
Back to the Queen of Hearts. Okay. Well, first things first, I will discard a teamwork and a heart. Because I get a lot of cards with all my abilities, so I'm happy to spend them. So that'll clear that, so we don't have to worry about that. But I need to get moving. So I'm going to do my sound ability. My sound ability is I draw 2 cards. I place the Cheshire Cat here, and then when you select that action tile, you can return him, and I also take that action. You pick somebody, but it would be me. You have to pick me.
Do you want me to sing your song?
I guess the negative I realize is I don't have a magic token, but I would take a magic token. That's the only part I just realized, unless you were able to place something. Yeah. So anyway, that is where we're at.
We can wait. What happens if you take that action? Do I then?
When another player selects the action tile.
Okay.
So yeah, if you ended up doing background and covering that, you could give me a magic token.
Oh, that's a good
And then we could do something that way. is an idea.
Does that timing work?
It wouldn't be immediate.
Oh, it would be for later.
Right.
Okay. That seems good, because background is good for me. Okay. You're done with your turn?
Yep.
So I will do background. I'm going to fill Abu's spot, so that's 2. And then 3. Here's a magic token.
Woo.
4.
And any 3 alike count as a wild of these cards.